Hi, this is Bill Crosby with the Social Traffic plugin, and I'm going to show you in this video how to set up LinkedIn and connect it to the plugin so that it will automatically repost your blog pages or posts back into your LinkedIn networks and to your LinkedIn group. So first thing you want to do is that inside the plugin you'll click on the little button that says click here to connect to LinkedIn. Okay, that'll take you over to this URL here where I'm currently on. Okay, and I'll just hold my cursor there for a second so you can see exactly what that is. It's linkedin.com/secure/developer. Okay, if you're not already signed into LinkedIn the way I am, okay, it will ask you to sign in. Okay, so go ahead and sign in. And then once you get to that, you're going to be in this LinkedIn Developer Network. What we're going to be doing here is creating a little app on LinkedIn that allows, that basically instructs LinkedIn to allow our blog posts and pages to promote themselves to our LinkedIn network. It'll also serve to gather all of our LinkedIn groups. Okay, so now I already have my connection set up for BillCrosby.com. But in this case you won't even see anything there, so I just want you to click on the add a new application first to get right into it. Okay, now it's going to automatically default to your name, so just leave that as the company. Okay, and you don't need to put anybody as an account administrator in it, so you can just skip that. In this case, under the application name, just go ahead and type the URL of your website. Okay, so whatever your website is your website URL, okay, .com. Okay, and you might want to just type a brief description. So this is my website kind of thing. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Okay, the integration where it'll go live again will be your website URL. Okay, and this isn't actually a required field. I just go ahead and drop that in there anyhow. Okay, because we're really just looking for the things that have the little red asterisks before them that we need to do. Okay, so it looks like it's defaulting to a web application, so leave it at that. Okay, you want to save for your use. What I like to put on the use is either communications, which seems to be pretty appropriate because we are doing a lot of communications. So or you could always put other or something too, but in this case I'm just going to go ahead and click communications. Okay, we'll want to change the live status from development to live because we want this to be live as soon as we are done. Okay, if we wanted to allow somebody else to connect to it, we could do that, but in this case we are just looking for us to be connected to it. Okay, and then again, what we're really looking for are just the things that have this little asterisk before them. Okay, if you wanted to, you could put in your interface language and you could put in that it's PHP, but none of that really matters very much. Okay, this next bit of information is important. They want to have your contact email, so go ahead and just type in your email. So I'm just going to put in an example for now. Okay, and then they're going to want to have a telephone number, so we're going to definitely put in your telephone number, your actual telephone number. I just recommend, in case they ever do want to get in touch with you, make sure that they can do that. So and then again, we're looking for just the things that have that little red arrow in front of them. Okay, the last one is this agreement language, so browser local settings. You can just leave it at that. Okay, and then click that I agree on this. Okay, so once you add this, because what it's doing is it's creating a key and a secret for us. Okay, and that's what we're really looking for. Okay, so once we do that, okay, it's going to have the application details that comes up. It's going to say your application was successfully created, and then again, like I said, we're looking for these keys. Okay, this secret key and this API key and the secret key. Those are then going to be transferred over. So if you want to just sort of copy and paste those, okay, at this point you'll come over here and transfer them right in. Okay, and copy and paste them right into these two things. So if I were to do that, and I'll actually gray those out so you don't see my actual ones. Okay, is I can come over here and copy and paste it. Now don't use the ones that I'm using in this video because I'm going to delete this application as soon as I'm done here. Okay, but there you go, everything is then copied and pasted right into LinkedIn. Okay, and then to get it going, and actually let me just reset this real quick so you can see how this works. Okay, let me go back over here so you've got the full picture. I forgot to delete these things out before we started, so okay. Then you'll have this Go to LinkedIn button. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is just go ahead and click the Go to LinkedIn button. It's going to go over to LinkedIn at this point and ask you, do you want to grant your website URL? So that would be your actual, it'll come up your actual website you put in there, access to your LinkedIn account. This is, in this case, I'm signed in myself, Bill Crosby. Okay, and you click OK, I will allow it. Now as soon as that happens, and I'm going to come back in here and actually change that later on, because clearly this isn't my actual connection, but this is for the video. Once that happens, it'll bring you right back to your social traffic plugin configuration panel. Okay, it'll have a reset button there instead of the connect to LinkedIn button. Okay, but now these are all saved, so as soon as that's done, come over here and click save, and that will then automatically save it and then pull in all of your LinkedIn information in terms of your groups and that kind of stuff, which will then show up in either your posts themselves or the page themselves. It'll show up in both places under each individual post and page, and then you can skip to that section on how to write a good update to that wall if you're doing it to your LinkedIn wall, or if you're doing it to groups or some very specific information you want about groups. You can find that information under the help section under each one of those settings, or under each one of those headings, and that'll get you up and running and following really good procedures for what's appropriate for LinkedIn. So again, this is Bill Crosby with the Social Traffic Plugin, how to connect the Social Traffic Plugin to your LinkedIn account. Thanks for watching.